Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is indeed 9 minutes with Mike Lindsley. I'm back at the Phoenix Sports Restaurant. As you can see right in the background here, all the unbelievable TVs for all the races around the region, upper East Coast, all around the country. If you're looking to place wagers on your races the entire week, you can do it right here. Now, Saratoga, usually Dark Tuesday, of course, you can't bet on races because there are no races out at Saratoga, but all the other days you can do it. And they've got specials galore every single day. They've got all-you-can-eat boneless wings, all-you-can-eat spaghetti meatballs, all-you-can-eat steak, and they've got a terrific Saratoga mix-and-match bucket of beer special, $12 for that bucket. So it's really, really good stuff here at the Phoenix Sports Restaurant. Make sure you come on out. Also on August 18th for my event, we're going to be out here doing a watch party for the Yankees and Blue Jays and for the Alabama Stakes out at Saratoga. So we're going to be watching the races all day. You can make your place your bets and watch a little baseball and all the rest. So it's going to be a really, really great time. Hope you can make it out to the Phoenix Sports Restaurant right next to the Phoenix OTB. I want to talk a little bit about Bryce Harper here as we near the trade deadline. Now, it was just said a couple hours ago that he's not going to go anywhere, according to Mike Rizzo. Mike Rizzo, the general manager of this team, he believes in this team, he said. He believes in Harper. He believes in the makeup. He believes what they have going on. I'm here to tell you that Mike Rizzo, I think, is living in a fantasy land. There's just something not right with this Washington team. Think about it, and I'm not pinning it all on Bryce Harper, but think about the last several years in the playoffs. This team gets to the postseason. They win the division. This year they might not make the playoffs. I think this team still has a solid run in it from now to the end, but when they get there, something just doesn't work. Their pitching gets hit like a piñata. The lineup stops hitting with runners in scoring position. Bryce Harper struggles mightily at times. Now, I think Mike Rizzo has had some good deals. He's brought in Trey Turner. He's gotten some guys on the low end who have helped him. He signed Max Scherzer to that big contract to help him out as an ace of the team. But I think for the most part, Mike Rizzo is actually one of the most overrated general managers in the game right now. You think about Steven Strasburg, the writing was on the wall the year before that big contract. Mike Rizzo gives him $187 million, and the guy's had every injury, it seems like, from head to toe. What are you going to do with this roster right now? I mean, look, could they still make a run without Bryce Harper? They really could. And this whole the window is closing stuff, I don't really buy it in terms of the Washington Nationals. Look at what happened with the Boston Celtics this past year. Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward are out. They almost make the NBA Finals. Why can't the Washington Nationals still make the postseason this year without Bryce Harper? Why can't they make World Series runs in the next few years without Bryce Harper? To me, if you're probably not going to sign Bryce Harper, even if it's a smaller contract but more money per year, let's say $500 and $200 million, which I could see happening, yes, $40 million a year is absolutely ridiculous, but you're not giving him 8, 9, 10 and paying him $400. You're giving him just the 5. We'll see if that is an option for many teams. We'll see if the Washington Nationals would be in play for that. But to me, if you're still a little bit in play in your Washington with still an outside thought that you could bring Harper back after the 2018 season, you can always trade him now, get prospects in, and then re-sign him in the offseason if that's how the cards are stacked. If that's not how they're stacked, then you move on and build your team post Bryce Harper. Listen, they've got Juan Soto. They have Victor Robles, who I saw last night for these Syracuse Chiefs. This guy seems to be the real deal. You've got Max Scherzer anchoring the rotation. You're hoping that everybody else in the rotation can stay healthy, of course. Included in that group would be Steven Strasburg. But the reality of the situation is, if I'm Mike Rizzo, I absolutely positively not only dangle Bryce Harper, which is what they did last night at about 10 o'clock at night up until this morning when he said there's no way, I would trade Bryce Harper. I would listen to every single offer right up until 4 o'clock, and even if the pot isn't as sweet as you want. In other words, let's just use the Yankees as an example. I don't think he's going to go to the Yankees. He might sign with them in the offseason. But let's use them as an example. Maybe what the Nationals would want would be Gleyber Torres and Justice Sheffield and someone else. Or the next package could be Sheffield, Adams, Florial, and Clint Frazier. Maybe the third package would be a little bit something similar to that. If that was the package, I think you have to take a look at it if you're the Washington Nationals. If you're looking to trade them to the Cleveland Indians, the Indians just picked up Hand for the bullpen. They traded their top prospect, top catcher in Francisco Mejia. but why not take 3-4 prospects, the next best guys out of the Cleveland franchise? To me, I think you got to move him. I think you move on from this right now and see what your team is made of without him. Do I think that a lot of the fault of the Washington Nationals should be pinned on Bryce Harper? I don't. I look at Bryce Harper, I look at a lot of superstars in Major League Baseball, similar to NFL quarterbacks. I think we give a lot of them too much credit when they win and too much blame when they lose. Look, you've got to pay attention to this. Use the example of Albert Pujols with the St. Louis Cardinals. Did they win as a team World Series in 06-11? Absolutely. But without Albert Pujols, when you take away that big cleanup guy, your big-time hitter in the middle of your order, when you take away that guy, runners in scoring position and all the rest, when you take away that guy, look at A-Rod all those years in the postseason. I'm telling you right now, Bryce Harper, in the playoffs, he has not shown me at the same time of simply carrying a team to victory. Where's that 3-for-4 game with a 2-run homer in the 5th, a base hit in the 7th, and then coming up again in the 9th inning to start a rally with maybe a walk and then a stolen base in a tie game with something on the line in Game 4 of a division series? I think Bryce Harper is not the problem. He's just a small part of the problem, and there's just something that isn't adding up right now for the Washington Nationals. Yes, they are an injury-riddled team. Yes, I do not blame Mike Rizzo for the injuries. You cannot predict those. But this team, when they have been healthy in the past, when they have made the playoffs, when they appear to be healthy and making another World Series run, when they win another division, when they've got the power pitching, when they have the pitching depth, when they have an unbelievable all-star lineup, when they've got a bullpen that seems okay or formidable enough, there's something just doesn't work out for the Washington Nationals. Maybe it's a culture thing. I know that they love Dave Martinez, the manager, according to National Baseball Insiders. They also would attest to that. Everybody who I've talked to within Washington circles has said that they really like this guy, but something hasn't clicked, whether it's been Martinez as a manager, or Dusty Baker as a manager, or whoever the next manager is going to be down the line. Plus, within the framework of the franchise, you've got the players now, Strasburg and Scherzer, arguing in the dugout. You have a lot of issues there in Washington. You wonder, though, with the distraction, the cloud of Bryce Harper hanging over this team as the trade deadline approaches to 4 o'clock today, you wonder if the Nats would be better off just removing Bryce Harper and seeing how this season goes from a culture and makeup standpoint. Juan Soto's there. Call up Robles, hope that everybody else starts to get healthy and get your pitching back, of course, and then try to make a run at the postseason. Once you get in, you never know, because once you're in, you could win it all. So I would move Bryce Harper, no question about it. Mike Lindsley here with you. It is 9 minutes with Mike Lindsley here on IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. I am from the Phoenix Sports Restaurant here as we record this, and again, what a terrific place to be during the Saratoga Racecourse season. You can come out for $12 mix and match beer buckets. You can get, again, every day but Tuesday is the Saratoga races. They'll be on TV, and of course a lot of other regional races throughout the country, and all you can eat spaghetti, all you can eat boneless wings, all you can eat steak specials here at the Phoenix Sports Restaurant. And it's just a great place to come after work as well. Grab a burger, grab a beverage, hang out, relax, grab your friends, and they've got all the games on at night. They've got all the horse racing on during the day, as you can see behind me. I'm always here. I'm here once a week doing these videos and chatting with Mike and the great staff. Their menu's amazing. I had their Reuben here on Kentucky Derby Saturday. They've got an amazing array of sides, and all the rest of the service is top-notch as well. So get to the Phoenix Sports Restaurant, especially on August 18th, and that'll be my event. That's a Yankee Blue Jay watch party plus the Alabama Stakes from Saratoga. Really appreciate you watching me here. Of course, at Mike L Sports on Twitter. And you can download my podcast, the ML Sports Platter, via Spotify, Google Play Music, and iTunes. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.